Welcome back to the Scrum. Yo, what's today?
Dude, was
The
September
16th of
16th?
September? The 16th of September? That's disgusting.
Dude,
This year, I mean, it's not that I want this year to go by slow. It's been a horrible year, but I can't keep track of time. I'm
Dude,
being
yeah.
honest.
Dude,
I have
no, it's
no
awful.
idea.
Even
I
with
have no
even
idea.
with stuff like typically because I got a roommate and stuff, so we split all the bills. Like I would be letting James know like a week or so in advance, like, oh, by the way, power's coming up on the 12th or whatever it is. But dude, over this whole thing, like it's
Since
been like
March.
it's been like 1 or 2 days where I'll be sitting in my fucking the same chair I'm sitting in every hour, every goddamn day for 6 months, fucking just like, oh shit, it's been a while. It feels like it's been a while since I paid power. Is that, oh yeah, it's due tomorrow. By the way, James, like it's been so terrible, dude.
No, for sure. Like, I think all my bills are getting paid. Like, I think I've paid them. No one's turned anything off or kicked me out yet. So
For real. I
I
should
can't
turn
keep track
on
of
just
shit.
automatic billing, but I just don't trust it, dude. Like they've
Yeah,
already got my
some of my
card
stuff is, but not
information.
much of it.
I
Yeah.
think like my car insurance, like the only thing I think that I've got just auto billed because
Yeah, I think our
that's
internet and electric is, which is sketchy because you're really rolling the dice doing that shit. Because in those summer months, bro.
yeah, sometimes you're looking at that power bill like, wait a fucking minute. Like
So when they're like, "This is what we got you for this month," I'm like, "You got me. You got me." Like,
They got me, bro. They got me this time.
they
Dude,
got me
speaking of
good.
got me, a little
Yeah,
continuing of the saga real quick.
yeah.
This guy who had my Amazon account, bro.
Oh yeah.
I just get like 3 notifications today that he bought like 3 different infrared like thermometers, and we're just sending them to my house.
Okay.
I was
Dude,
like,
he's
it's thoughtful. It's
yeah, he's
thoughtful.
being thoughtful. That's for preventative and public safety
Exactly, dude.
purposes.
No
That's
one's
cool.
allowed in my parents' house until you get thermometered. You know,
If you're committing identity theft for the sake of trying to stop this pandemic, good on you. No,
but obviously canceled them all, and my like Amazon account finally got canceled. So fingers crossed, it's all over with.
then you're gonna have to start from the bottom.
Start from the bottom. You know, I'm just gonna
You have
keep
to work your way
riding,
back up.
keep riding
the
on my
mountains.
parents' Prime account like I've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, shouts out all that.
Shouts out all that, dude.
Speaking of getting fucked, I feel like somewhere in all that there's something about getting fucked.
There's definitely something getting fucked.
Yo, Kanye West, man.
Yeah, dude.
He's breaking barriers. He's breaking barriers.
Absolutely.
Mental illness or not, dude. The guy's breaking barriers. Like,
well, that's kind of what was interesting about today. His, the rant that he went on today was people were immediately just talking about this is another manic episode. Like everyone needs to just not talk about it. Don't make fun of him. Yada yada yada. But it's like I don't even think they saw what he was ranting about today because it wasn't just some I'm a god shit that he's done before. This was all about he tweeted out his contract with
Sony and Universal.
Sony Universal,
yeah, Universal and Sony,
showing that like here's the deal that Kanye West is getting. Kanye West, like a once in a generation person, if you want to argue his talent or whatever, but definitely as a human being, once in a generation kind of guy. And this is the contract he's getting. And he's saying, like, if this is what I'm getting, what do you think that person XYZ or whatever, what do you think that their deals look like? You know what I mean?
They're getting fucked.
Everyone's getting fucked. And that's kind of, you're seeing Joe Budden kind of have this argument in the public space as well with Spotify on what, the artist is worth or whatever. And it kind of involves us with the podcast thing, if we ever, got to that level. I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, we literally have not that it's even worthy, but we haven't monetized or tried to monetize a penny
at all. No, we're just praying people listen, dude.
We're just out here, like
we're just on the internet sometimes. That's really about it.
That's all it is. But for sure, and for people who are on the internet or on some sort of platform creatively, they should be they should be compensated. I can't speak today, man. I can't speak. They should be compensated for sure. I'm trying to find that other adjective I'm looking for. Justifiably.
Yeah. And and it's I've never been in the position to sign a contract like that. So I'm sure the legal speak and all that stuff is real weird. And a lot of those people probably get their lawyers supplied by, the same company
Yeah.
that you're signing the contract with. They're like, oh, well, we have a lawyer that can look over the deal we just wrote for you.
But what it is it's a level of transparency between the public and an artist, a contracted signed artist that we've never seen before, at least not that I know of. Maybe it's happened. I'm sure there's been times where artists have talked about their contracts openly, but straight up taking the screenshots from like the PDF you got in the email and putting like 100 tweets out, like that's not
dude,
normal or typical, I should say.
It all kind of ties back into that the same fucking whoever it was talking about player salaries in the NHL and like don't talk about your salary. And it's like people only see that Kanye makes, $20 million a year. I don't know what it is, but he like, oh, you make 20 million, shut up and get over your deal. And Kanye's like, well, hold on a second.
You should see how much people are making off of me that aren't doing anything for it.
$400 billion, and it's just going to fucking their pockets. Like, it's kind of in that same with the players. He's, shut up and take your $4 million a year. He's like, well, hold on a second, man. These owners are pulling down all this money. And sure, people come for the NHL, but the only reason the NHL is a thing is because talented players make the game exciting. Only reason music is enjoyed is because talented artists make music that people enjoy. It's all that same like
exactly
fighting for the people shit,
Exactly. And you can try to make the arguments of at least to the record label side, like they got to make money too, yada yada yada. Look at the contracts.
Yeah, and then
that guy like Kanye is tweeting out, they're making money.
Yeah,
they're making money.
They shouldn't make money. They should just distribute the money a little more fairly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
it's wild though. I mean, he pissed on a Grammy on the timeline.
Yeah.
Like
dude, the memes
that's really what we need to be talking about.
Drinking out of the Grammy, dude, had me rolling, bro. Had me rolling, bro.
I lost the AirPod off that. He said he was just drinking out of the Grammy, dude. That's awful.
Oh, that shit was so funny. Yeah.
That's awful.
That video was fucking, I can't speak to if it's
we're talking next level.
Or what, but yeah, it's
next
just
level.
Like he literally went,
I'm not talking about nothing else. He took a Grammy, put it in the toilet, had his Yeezys in the frame. And his piss stream. Very well hydrated, this man.
Yeah. Question. You do that, right? You're Kanye.
Why didn't it look like there wasn't more water in that toilet?
Bro,
that toilet it's almost like he did it in a toilet like in a Home Depot. He brought the Grammy with him to a hardware store, dude. And just fucking you could say to him, he's Kanye West.
They wouldn't give him a discount. He brought the Grammy. It didn't work, so he threw the shit in the toilet. That's why he pissed on it. And then it turned into a different thing on the internet. He just ran with it. Now he got his contract.
That's how art's made, dude.
If you're Kanye, you piss on that Grammy, right? Video ends, you post it. Do you just walk away from that Grammy for a little bit? Just let it rock in the toilet?
That's the biggest question on the internet right now.
You have to? Or because...
Did you flush? Did you pick it up? Did you leave it? Did you wash it? What happened to that Grammy? Post that video.
Because how fake do you feel after you piss on the Grammy, post that video, and you pick my put the Grammy back on the
like
shelf?
That to keep it 100? He grabbed that thing, did not even consider wiping it off, and put it right back where it was. Did this with his hands and kept it pushing, dude.
Where's my contract?
Yeah, I'll draw my hands off with that shit. That's what he did, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, what else would he really do? You really think he was like, man, I'm tripping? No, he grabbed it right out of the toilet, piss and all. Probably smelled it too.
100 tweets in 1 hour, dude. 100 tweets in 1 hour. It's just him posting screenshots of a contract. Man. It's incredible.
I love it.
It is absolutely incredible.
We're seeing things that we've never seen. We'll never see again.
Yeah.
Until we see it again in a different way, and then we'll be like, "Wow, that's even crazier."
That's you crazy kids.
That's the stuff that keeps me up at night, knowing that it can get crazier than this.
And it's like,
not just for Kanye West, but like in general in this fucking
fucking
world we live in now.
Dude, Joe Rogan might moderate a presidential debate, dude. Like, what's even happening in the world right now, bro? A 4-hour presidential debate. Joe Rogan and Jamie sitting there.
I don't feel like it's crazy because Joe Rogan's not entertaining guy, like extremely entertaining. He asks a lot of interesting questions on his show, like good topical, like let's discuss this type questions. this way, that way, definitely the guy leans like right for sure, whatever you want to fucking play into any of that. But he asks a lot of, I think, like, unbiased questions, and he tries to have unbiased arguments.
Yeah.
Not the guy to be doing a presidential debate, though. Not qualified.
No, I mean,
not qualified. Just
because,
simply not qualified. Like, what are we talking about?
and
What are we talking about?
What questions does he get? Like 4 hours, right?
Here's how you know. Here's how you know that the guy's not qualified to moderate a presidential debate. If your sidekicks are better than your ability to moderate a debate, which in this case they are, Joe's sidekicks are absolutely lethal. If your sidekicks, if you're better at that, you spent more time crafting that than your ability to moderate a conversation, you probably shouldn't moderate the presidential debate, man.
Probably should
pull yourself out of that race, dude. Go work on your sidekicks.
I do want to hear him ask Trump and Biden if they've ever done DMT and go down that road, dude. I want to hear like the classic Joe Rogan conversation happening with our presidents on national television. Like that's just where this year has to go, I think. It's the only ending that makes sense to all this is Joe Rogan moderating the presidential debate and them talking about like DMT. It's like literally it's the only place it can go, and I can't wait.
And you find out they're both like, we're both on it right now. Like,
yeah, they're like, that's the first thing they have you do when you get in government.
And then we find out that it's been in public water for like decades. So we've all been on
we've all been on DMT, dude. But
all right. Hockey though, right?
Yeah, so speaking of crazy worlds, man. I guess, not really that crazy, but Islanders forced a Game 6 over the Islanders. I think it was Anders Lee overtime.
Dude, Shattenkirk must have just, man. I mean, it shit happens. It's not like, but that you saw the fan on the slap shot. Lee picks up the turnover, creates the 2-on-1, or almost like a half a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
What's his name? Sergachev did everything good to get back. I mean, that's gotta suck if you're.
It's gotta hurt, dude.
Gotta suck, bro.
And then
when you saw teammates pat him on the back and shit, like, it's all right, bro. But
yeah,
God,
I don't feel as bad for him as I do for Zach Whitecloud of Vegas. The penalty that Dallas won the game on that power play. Yeah. I mean, I think like he came out of the box like crying, like, dude, I can't imagine being in that position where it's just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's
such
brutal,
a bummer,
dude. So brutal.
But no, yeah. What were you gonna say?
But yeah,
Tampa missed a lot of opportunities. I will say, I watched from like the third period on, I believe. And they did, like, Kucherov had a chance at a wide open net at one point. So I still think they get it done. I don't think they're going to choke that hard, but I mean, I'm all for more hockey, dude. Throwing the eyes up, dude. Throwing the eyes up. You still got Dallas as your favorite?
Yeah.
Still, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, we're going to go ahead because I'm editing this scrum. We're going to go ahead. Both of us established that Dylan made me a bet. Dylan bet that the Islanders would win, and I bet Dallas, and we bet Marvin. So we're just going to put that out there, and you're going to back me up on this one.
He literally put his child on
it. His newborn baby.
That's hilarious.
That's his dog. It's his puppy, but
word. Speaking of acquiring some children, fucking Laviolette's got himself some new kids.
He does, dude.
Now, when we first talked about this, I don't want you to confuse my negative attitude with not being stoked on getting a good winning coach for a great team of the Capitals. I'm stoked on that.
No, Josh don't listen to him, fans. Josh was like, fuck Laviolette. What has he ever done? I'm going to
literally reiterate everything I said. I'm going to reiterate it all. It's just like the way the coaching is in the NHL these days, I feel like it's to be honest, man, I feel like it's like, I mean, there's not many other pieces at play here. You got the fucking GM putting the team together, the players on the ice, and the coach, if you want to just narrow it down to that. I feel like he's the least important aspect of any of that. By far. In this current day and age, with the way the fucking league is, the way teams are winning, the certain teams that come back, and I don't know, man. I feel like coaching systems matter. You're right. The way you set up, the way the team is going to distribute the breakout and shit like that, zone exits and entries and all that stuff. But like they're all sharing playbooks. We're talking.
I think
minute differences.
I think we're the coach. Obviously, line changes. There's a little time management, all the, work that they do before and after the games to get the team prepared. That's obviously huge. But really, I think the coach's job is to inspire guys to play for him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where you're down 3-1. It's the third. You don't go, fuck it, man. I'm just cashing my check, playing my game, going home. That's where you're like, let's dig in, win this for my guys, for my coach, for my team.
I agree 1,000%, and that is something that we literally have no way at all of measuring until until a season progresses, until you start to see what happens. So that's why I said I'll reserve my excitement, because I really want to see how they unfold as a team. Like what you're saying, Laviolette's a very passionate guy from what we've seen as a public. Into the way coaches treat or act with their players. I think he's even been one of the guys who's been known to be a little harsh with some of his guys, which, like as long as you're not crossing Babcock lines of fucked up, I think we're all right.
Yeah.
Or and not crossing what's his face over there we used to have. Don't even remember his name.
Bill Peters, dude. That fucking
Peters, yeah. Well, you're not crossing those lines, we're all right. You got to be a little harsh sometimes.
Yeah, I do think with Laviolette specifically, I think he kind of has a track record of meshing well with more veteran lineups, which is part of the reason and then when he went to Nashville and they had success initially, so that kind of makes me excited, I guess, for what he could do with the Capitals. I say that as a Hurricanes fan. Really, I hope it all crashes and burns. You know what I'm saying? You have to trade away all your talent.
I think what it does is
we'll take 43.
I think right now it just looks more like you got like this really good team in the Washington Capitals. Yeah. They're a top 10 team in the NHL, and then you have Laviolette and that's the other side of it where I'm like whatever, because it's the whole musical chairs part. There's like fucking 5 hireable guys that we are considering as a majority these that are worth hiring. There's only like fucking 5 of them, and they're all just switching seats.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But he's a good one. My point is he's a good one. Great team. You put them together, that looks sick. It's just like it looks like a star-studded affair.
Do you think it'll result in another cup?
It could, like it easily could.
So my hot take is, dude, I think it's going to be 3-year experiment max, and then they're going to have to start breaking the team up, and Laviolette's going to be a victim of that. That's my hot take prediction. Will we be around in 3 years to see if it's a freezing cold take? Who knows? But
I think it's I think it's a very safe. I think it's an extremely safe take, because that's likely going to happen. The team's going to age itself out in like 3 years in a lot of ways.
But I don't even think they may, dude. I don't even know if they make another conference finals, dude.
I mean, you're kind of bugging.
I think the next 3 years, dude.
They got another. This is the thing is like just like Tampa or any of these other teams that have these good solid lineups on paper and go to the playoffs every year. Like, come on, bro. That's why I'm also not worried about who they would have hired, because you can't get much worse than Todd Redden. And he's even that bad of a coach. He was never fit to be a head coach right now. Like that was not meant to be his role. He inherited the job. You know what I'm saying? Great assistant. He knows his role.
Mm-hmm.
But I think part of the problem was Redden wasn't a guy who was doing that inspiring at all.
Yeah, and also
I think that was a lot of the problem. That was a lot of the problem with Trotz too. I think that was part of the. That was a lot of, you see a lot of tweet rumors going around. I think that was part of the thing over there too, where it wasn't even about money or term. They were just they didn't fuck with each other.
He kind of lost the room.
I saw a lot of tweets where people have said that the Caps have won, and they won that cup in spite of Trotz.
Interesting.
Almost. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to that veteran mindset, like fuck this guy.
I really hadn't heard. I hadn't really heard those rumors. We have to
Caps Twitter, bro. You
got to get involved. I got to get involved.
Dude,
it's got to be fucking better than Kane's Twitter, dude.
It's infinitely better. It's like all the toxic people that Kane's Twitter talk about. I don't see those people on Caps Twitter. Like they're just trolls.
It feels like Kane's Twitter is almost exclusively toxic people.
Dude, we're finding out every interaction is only proving that statement.
Dude, it's like
every interaction.
We got Brett Finger, and we got Brett Finger, dude. Like
You really can stop there.
He's the only unproblematic account on Kane's Twitter, dude.
Corey
Laviolette's cool, you know what I'm saying?
He's a little bit more official. He's a little bit more official.
I'm kind of excluding Sarah
let's exclude the official piece.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Sarah Siv's not problematic. I wouldn't.
And they kind of have to be involved as far as.
That's a different category.
Yeah. Brett's I feel
you.
Just own just the Hurricanes and sports, yeah.
That's true. We got Brett Finger.
We got
Shout
Brett
out
Finger,
Brett Finger, dude, for keeping it cool.
No, I mean, no, but there's good people in Kane's Twitter if you're listening. There's definitely.
There's not. Like,
if you're listening, there's good people. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to you guys.
I think the good people in Kane's Twitter don't consider themselves Kane's Twitter. You feel me?
That's facts.
You see what I'm
Shouts
saying?
out Tyler Parker, dude. Fucking legend, dude. Clip it.
Absolute legend, dude. And Tyler, but that guy, what a fucking beast that guy is. Just comes in cool, stays cool,
and then
you know
just
what I'm
eats. Just eats. Eats and chill,
just
bro.
does his thing.
Just fucking
Shouts
putting
out
up
Tyler,
points
dude.
no matter where he goes.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Chell, dude. Chell 21 coming out, but bigger than that.
You said Chell and I had a fucking like mini heart attack.
Yeah, we're not even gonna talk about it, dude. We're not even gonna talk about all that. It's not even fucking.
Nah.
But PS5, dude. PS5, new Xbox, Series X and S. They really, I mean, PlayStation's winning with the naming convention. It's so.
Dude, they are so winning. They are so winning. You're right. I never even thought of that. You're right. They're so winning in that regard.
But apparently, PS5 is supposed to have 120 frames per second. I'm not sure, but you know,
you should have called it the Xbox 2.
Yeah, they should have started way back then. Right when they put out that, like when it was the Xbox
they put out the 360. They went from the 360 to the one.
Yeah,
yeah.
Literally, when the 360 came out, I remember everyone being like, "Well, what's the fucking? Is it just gonna keep like 720? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 540, 720, 900. Dude, we're out here doing Tony Hawk spins on this bitch. No, so yeah, they're both coming out. I think at the same price.
Actually, I'll look that up.
I'm pretty sure.
Series X price. PS5 prices just leaked. Yeah, PS5 $499, digital only edition $399. So yeah.
There you go.
Why do I feel like these prices have been out for a while? Am I crazy?
I haven't seen.
I guess it's officially revealed. Official.
Yeah.
I'm fucking lagging like a motherfucker on my own computer. Yeah. So.
Xbox One is gonna come out. PS5 is gonna come out. Which one you get?
That's tough, dude. Probably the Xbox. Just that's because all my friends are on Xbox, so it's like.
Not for long.
Yeah, roommate James said he's going PS5.
I think I got some other buddies, just a few random buddies that are gonna jump ship.
I will say what makes me lean PlayStation is those exclusive games, man. Like I really felt like with the PS4, I missed out on a lot of like really great games like The Last of Us and fucking God of War, and just, like I just feel like I missed out on, a lot of really cool games. So
since you're not gonna ask me, I'm gonna tell
you.
I
was getting to it. Which one are you going for, man?
PC, man. I'm getting PC.
Are you gonna go PC?
Here's my thing: is like I can't switch, right? Like, and it's not even like one's better than the other. I've played on Xbox for so long. Most of my friends are on it. I can't I have no reason to switch. Like nothing's enticed me enough to make me go, yeah, I gotta go get away from Xbox. I'm sure if I was on PlayStation, things that would piss me off about it in the same way I would get mad at Xbox shit, which, you know, at the end of the day, like, what are you going to do? It's fucking internet video games. Like, fucking lucky as fuck.
Oh, for sure.
So, but PC's just what it is, man. All like pro gaming is all only on PC. I feel like that's going to heavily influence that consumer market. It's going to influence pro gaming, developers.
Like it's not just COD.
No, but it is just COD. But it is. It's like all other pro gaming. All other, like you got COD. Valorant, Overwatch, all that shit's on PC.
Yeah, I guess I don't play enough of those games to.
Me either. I don't play any of them. But my point is that developers are going to continue to look at that, and they're going to only focus on those games for quality and output and just getting them shits done. You see what I'm saying? That's where I think it's all going.
They do have a big. Their big issue is that there's so many, like, what is it, game launchers or whatever, that all the games. You need like 5 or 6 launchers to play all the games, whereas with like Xbox and PlayStation, it's kind of the same thing that you see with Apple.
It's fair.
Where Apple gets a lot of apps and stuff for, like, a lot of their apps are better optimized because it's such a huge market share, and you can get a list of, all right, here's what we're working with. Here's exactly what everyone's going to have. Whereas like PC, I mean, I'm sure there's, like with everything, like a meta for it, but everyone's going to have different specs. There's all these different things that you have to worry about, everything like that. So that's
But I
where,
think
like,
that's also what makes it a little bit more exciting, because
yeah,
it allows you as a consumer to really kind of perfect your experience. Like you're not just tied down to as good as the console is manufactured. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? You have the ability to go in and say, I can invest a little bit more on graphics. And like when you start to learn about what all that shit can do, and like, it all depends on how much you want to have, like what type of gaming experience you want to have. If you're super
yeah,
casual and you're not really worried about like wins, losses, depending on the game you're playing, then whatever. But if you're like worried about seeing people certain distances in certain games, or like, you want to fucking just do better at games,
dude.
you'll want to invest in some of those
Just
things.
start throwing out like only Call of Duty examples. Like,
I'm trying really hard not to.
I know, I'm fucking with you, but I have thought about, because I know there's that one company that sponsors a lot of like the streamers and stuff, but they sell like the starter PCs that are, here's your box, here's all the stuff, here's the level you're at, and then it's real plug and play from there, which is where personally, like, I wouldn't feel ready to like build my own, like literally, all right, go get my box. Okay, now I'm going to get my motherboard. Okay, now I'm going to get, and then piecing that together. I just see me getting to the end and be like, oh man, this is fucking useless.
Yeah.
But so something like that'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I don't know.
With that said,
man.
I'll probably get an Xbox, but
Yeah, $500 for either of them is so much cheaper than I was thinking.
yeah, I don't know, man. I've just been like, with everything that's been going on, you know what I'm saying? Just with everything, I've been thinking about shit differently. Just like I've been just taking a minute to like, think about shit. Cause I'm so reactionary. I've been moving too fast with everything I do. I need to slow down.
Okay.
I'm saying like $500 is a lot of fucking money, man.
Oh, it's a lot of money.
That's half of $1,000. Like,
oh yeah. I mean, it's fucking. I mean, it's a I don't know, it's more than half of what my rent is.
but we're sitting here saying like,
personally.
oh,
Like,
it's not that bad.
but that's because, I mean, dude, $500 wasn't that what the Xbox One cost when it came out?
I guess.
And
I
like,
think so.
no,
Dude,
no,
still like even now, fucking Xbox Ones like that aren't shitty are still like $300.
it was the same when they released the Xbox One X or whatever, like their pro version was. I think that one was $500.
Yeah, so
it's
to
like,
that, like with the technological advance and all that shit, you would think it would be more.
yeah,
You
and
think it would
everything,
cost
like
more.
phones are only getting more expensive, like all that.
True,
I just
that's
kind
a
of
good point.
figured that.
Well, also I think the proof is in the pudding, where phones are getting smaller. They're getting more.
Yeah,
They're getting more fucking. I don't even know what to call it, but like with the whole touchscreen aspect and the visual
yeah,
behind that, the widgets and shit like that. Where look at this fucking new Xbox, it's bigger.
yeah,
So you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? They're not microsizing the technology, which I'm sure
yeah.
I'm sure that costs more money. Fuck, like
And you own, like with a phone, you buy it, and if you can afford your phone plan, like you've got a phone. Like with an Xbox or PlayStation, like you got to buy games, bro. You
you
got to
gotta
go
buy
out and buy
games, you gotta
games.
buy live,
Got to buy, yeah, your online service. You got to do all that, man. So
you gotta get DLC. You're gonna spend microtransactions if you're playing. If you're
for
playing, you're
sure,
gonna
you
spend
need those skins,
microtransactions.
bro.
You need
You need those
skins.
skins, bro.
And it all becomes part of the experience, and then that's where they get you.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's gonna be on PC too. It doesn't matter what gaming you're on. But
The modding aspect of PC looks like a lot of fun. That's something I think
that's
that's like a huge, really being
single
able
player
to like
mods.
customize all different games, like super in
Yeah.
depth. James just wants to play fucking 7 Days to Die on the PC. So
I hate him, man. I really despise that dude.
Playing
What a
fucking
waste.
7 days, dude. What a loser. Don't
What
ever
a
play that
waste.
game. Unless the developers are listening, in which case
That'd be like wanting a bunch of gold, like just a bunch of bricks of gold, so you could make a toilet out of it. To shit in. That's like just a waste, dude.
For real. For real. That shit's funny.
Oh man.
But dude, I think we covered it, man.
Dude, we scrammed, we scrummed, we scram.
Yeah, we did.
All those.
All those words.
Dude, where can they get us if they want to talk shop?
Do you want to talk shop? Let us know what console you're going to be buying, or if you're going to make the move to PC. Hit us up at Talkin' Sauce Pod.
Bro, that was smart. You just like did a thing where you were like, "Hey, engage with us
Engage
on a
with
specific
us,
topic, bro."
Yeah,
That's fucking.
bro. It only took
Content,
us
big
fucking
brain,
like
dude.
like a year and a half to finally make whatever that little bullshit
To like ask
thing
a
is
well-timed
applicable.
fucking
We've had like that bit sitting in our faces, and we're always just like, if you want to talk
some
to us
bullshit.
about all
On
the
some
dirty Reddit's
bullshit.
Dylan's fucking sub too.
You know, because it really is just like fuck you. At the end of the day, like you're either with it or you're not, dude.
Oh fuck yeah! Hit us up,
That's
Talkin' Sauce
funny.
Pod. No underscore. Respect the underscore. Josh, where I fucked it up. I've been doing this every time. Haven't fucked it up yet. You can get me at Jacob underscore JY underscore COBBB. Josh, where they get you at? Well, I've messed up the order, dude.
Yo, you can get Jacob at Teebs, TABZZ.
You can get Dylan at fucking find him under
Fuck
one of those
Dylan.
dirty fucking Reddits, dude. He's under their
Yeah,
comments
he's
and
in
asking
there.
for sauces, dude. You know what I'm
Hand
saying?
in pants, dude.
Sauce question mark? Sauce question mark? Sauce question mark? Oh, that shit's good.
Very good. Very good. All right.